Hello to my Aries. All right, Aries, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. Happy new moon to each and every one of you all, Aries. Hopefully, you're setting your intentions. New moon, new you on this 6 June 6th. All right, this reading is for June 7th through June 13th. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Not just your sun sign, wherever Aries is in your birth chart. The only planet that's currently retrograde at the time of filming is Pluto. And the next one that'll go retrograde will be Saturn at the end of June. So, get in front of it. Let's go. First card out of the deck is the Fool card. All right, so somebody's left a lot of distractions behind, and I love it. Left a lot of distractions behind. And here's the Fool card right here. So you're embarking on a whole new journey. You're closing out cycles. You are starting out on a new endeavor here. And just learning how to take your power back, just like getting your head clear. This is the Magician card here. Thinking a lot more logically now. This connects us to Mercury, right? Getting messages loud and clear. Just learning how to hang in there with yourselves and dream bigger, right? I love this. Learning how to dream bigger, not allowing yourselves to be overwhelmed, with a lot of things, and just moving on from some disappointments, from the past. Just learning how to move on from some disappointments and just learning how to pour more into yourselves. That would be your moon sign. See this moon right here. Learning, just find out what your moon sign is, going into just Googling and just typing in moon in whatever your moon sign is and how to nurture your moon sign. Just moving on, from some things and just leaving two types of situations in the past. And just like I said, leaving distractions behind, learning how to pour into you as we are in now. The Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so is Virgo, but since the moon is in Gemini, we're talking about Gemini, but Gemini is ruled by this card here. So this is the first card in tarot, and so this means you're putting yourself first. You're learning how to put self first, standing first, putting you first, right? So you're embarking on this whole new journey of putting yourself first, believing in you, hanging in there with yourself. And so things could seem like they are kind of suspended in time, but you're saying, I'm putting myself first. I'm hanging in there with myself, right? So here we have the Ten of Wands. I see you being booked and busy. Here we have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and also the Queen of Wands. So here's the Ten of Wands here. I see you being booked and busy and just not burdened, with carrying other, like anybody else's load on your shoulders, like anybody else's ideas or belief systems or any of that on your shoulders. Sources saying adjust your crown. You inspire, you motivate a whole lot of people, and this is how you're going to save yourself. It's like just knowing that you inspire and motivate a lot of people, and you're protecting your water, your intuition. You're protecting your intuition. You got a soulmate coming in. Soulmate is not always romantic, just so we're crystal clear. Soulmate could just be a really, really good friend that's going to help pour into you when you feel like your water is low. When you feel like you're disappointed, when you feel like your heart is broken, when you just feel like you just need somebody to talk to, that's just pouring into you as you've poured into other people. So that's what that is for somebody. Going to help you to keep it on the throne, help you to just adjust your crown. So when life is like, okay, evaporating your water, it's just really helping you to learn how to be in healthy receiving mode, right? So that's what Source is sending across somebody's path. So just be open to receiving, because like I said, Pluto is helping to restore balance to Mother Earth, and sacred bonds are coming together while karmic bonds are being broken. So yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So you can get back to being booked and busy, adjusting your crown, going back to being happy, charismatic and free. And yeah. And just in really, really good spirits. Here we also had this Queen of Cups again. So yeah, so Source is definitely putting somebody across your path that's going to really, like I said, really inspire you to keep pouring into yourselves when you feel like your water is getting low. Here we also have the Queen of Pentacles here, down to earth, quite relatable. They get it, they understand, And here we also have the Five of Pentacles. And so somebody is learning how to kind of sort of keep people out of your, just kind of sort of just like learning how to protect your, how can I see this? Like how to, because this is not just about money. This is not just about money. Pentacles is money, your wealth, your health, because health is also wealth too, your generosity, your practicality. So basically, like your value, how you value yourself, like keeping people out. Because you're very close to opening up your vault door. And there's two situations in particular that I feel like it may have caused some kind of emotional wounding as far as your time is concerned, may have caused some kind of emotional wounding. So source is saying you're learning how to kind of sort of keep people out of those, that kind of stuff, and so learning how to just move on from that, because that ice right here, this snow right here, is also a form of water, which is also your intuition is starting to tell you, okay, if I feel like I'm left out of something, like I feel like somebody's not telling me something, or they feel like they're not sharing something with me or whatever, I need to start paying attention to that. I need to start paying attention to what people are not telling me, so I can just keep on moving forward. So I can pay attention to that, so I can that's where your Chiron is going to play a big role in. Chiron, Chiron. So for those of you all who are new to the channel, Chiron goes right to the root of that deepest wound, right? So when you talk about Chiron, is going to go retrograde. As a matter of fact, it's going to go retrograde this year. You can get way ahead of that, finding out what your Chiron is. The link for Chiron is below in the description as well, so you can get back to being booked and busy and not burdened by just finding out what that is. But yeah, Five of Pentacles, it's emotional wounding. And so I'm definitely seeing your wishes being fulfilled. Whatever you've been wishing for, those wishes are going to be fulfilled for you, for whatever you've been praying for behind your vault door. Like I said, somebody's been praying for your intuition to be heightened, for somebody's psychic abilities to be heightened, to learn how to believe more in your psychic abilities, and learn how to take your what to give people access to as far as your vault is concerned. Somebody's really learning how to type, and this is feminine energy, right? So you all are quite intuitive, which I've been mentioning throughout my Aries readings, but somebody is learning how to get back to listening to their intuition, right? So here we have the Nine of Cups. So source is bringing you together with your group of people. Source is bringing you together with your group of people. Here we have 3, 4. So you want to stay in a posture of gratitude for that your group of people are coming together. Yeah. Leaving behind all distractions. Yeah. So you're moving forward. That's how you're going to save yourself. So you got Knight of Cups twice. So it's like you and somebody coming together have a lot in common. So that's how you all are bonding, but it's not a trauma bond. So you and somebody coming together have a lot in common, but it's not a trauma bond. Here we have the King of Wands here. And you inspire, you motivate a whole lot of people. You're sitting on your throne. You're carefully, not only just vetting your thoughts, great spirits, helping, adjusting your own crown. You're praying for people. Source is giving you sort of a panoramic view of everything that's going on from your throne. So even in your disappointment, you're not saying anything negative, per se about people. You're just, like I said, you're learning how to save yourself by just moving on from something. Yeah, moving on from something. Here we have the 4 of Cups while you're waiting. While you're waiting for your group to come together. Let's see. 4. So yeah, it's like you and somebody are waiting to come together in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That's interesting. So yeah, so you and somebody are learning how to, okay, so it's like you and somebody are in parallel universes waiting to come together. Both of y'all have that same kind of energy. Both of y'all have that Queen of Cups energy. Very compassionate, both of you and somebody. Very, very compassionate. Source is sending you all the same message. Like be very careful of like who you share your intuition with. Really protect your water. Like your water is precious. Your water is sacred. Be grateful to move on. Not everybody is going to share your information. Not everybody's going to share. That's not, some people, like I said, will protect the sacred, in the bond, the sacred bond, and just move on. So not everybody's the same way. But just also, again, from your throne, you're able to move on, and source will show you that, like who will prey on the bond and who will not prey on things, and who will just move on. So while you're like this, see how this person in shirt says over it? You have an ancestor that's like handing you a cup of water. In other words, they're saying, don't overthink this to a point of spiritual dehydration. Here's some more water. That's what they're saying. Here's some more water. Don't even overthink this. Just be grateful that something is behind you. Ace and 3 there, and then 4 here. They're saying, yeah, so your wishes are actually being fulfilled, that something is behind you. Some 2 types of situations are behind you. Move forward, from that. Sit on your throne, adjust your crown, just keep energies out of your, so they basically like keep energies out of your water, your sacred, sacred circles, those kind of things right here. And this is what helps somebody's high priestess energy. Like somebody's now, like your high priestess energy would be your intuition or access to the unknown, right? Keep people out of that information, access to giving people access to the unknown about you. That kind of stuff. Yeah, so Pluto being retrograde right now is the Judgment card, right? And so when we talk about sacred waters and things like that, judgment is kind of a tricky word, because sometimes people feel like they're being judged and they're really not being judged. They're just moving on. It's just like finding your frequency, your circle of energies, right? So either way, I feel like somebody's moving on, from something and just adjusting your crown. That's what I see. So you're moving on, booked and busy, not burdened. Wishes are being fulfilled. Here we have 4 of Wands. Yeah, so the Strength card. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to feel very fortunate. Somebody's learning how to heal themselves, right? This is the Strength card. This was a self-healer, right? You're learning how to heal yourself. And you're going to feel very fortunate to be highly spiritually gifted, right? Here we also have the 4 of Wands here. So you're basically saying there's 2 situations in particular. It's not your responsibility to carry that weight on your shoulders, and you're getting away from that. Here's the 8 of Wands here. So it's like getting away from that. So source is saying the quicker you can get away from carrying other people's weight on your shoulders, with their carrying their weight on your shoulders, the faster I can move you towards whatever it is you prayed for. Again, some of these cups being fulfilled. Here we have the 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, and I see financial independence here, and keeping people out of your vault door of financial independence. And that's where you see, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah. Stronger and stronger and stronger. This is really about frequencies. The whole message really is just about frequencies. It's like, are you on the same are people on the same frequencies? That's really the long and short of the whole message, for you. And so this is what somebody is learning. That's the whole message, is what people are learning. The moon in Cancer. Here's a question, because you already have the questions for the moon in Gemini. First question is, what makes you feel safe? The second question is, where is your sanctuary, your place of peace and calm? Is it an inner state, a certain environment, or a specific place? Third question is, do you know your female lineage, the stories of your mothers and grandmothers? The fourth question is, how often do you gather strength from the land and her waters? And then last but not least is, do you have sufficient solo time filled with self-care? And that's it. Like some people somebody's starting to learn is like some people you instantly gel with, and some people you don't. Like some people you just instantly like, okay, there's a connection there. And then some people you just don't. And that's okay. And so like some people say you instantly vibe with, and some people you don't vibe with. And that's what it is. It's a frequency. It's like, okay, what vibration are they on, and what vibration are you on? And that's it. So that's what Source is trying to teach somebody. It's like, it's just like retapping back into your intuition if something doesn't, if something is not on your vibration or on your frequency, it's okay. That doesn't have to be a negative conversation. It's really just about, okay, adjusting your crown. I just don't vibe with that. And, and then the end, move on to the next whatever. That's more of my frequency. That's more of my flow right there. That's more of my flow. That's more of my flow. That's more of my flow. That's it. So that's what source is sitting across somebody's path. Is something that's more of your flow. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So here we have always bet on you. Yep. So somebody was dealing with an incubus. So you all know what that is. But you have the gift of precognition, right? And so source wants you to really put yourself first. You have foreknowledge of things. You want to really tap into that. But somebody's next love interest will make them a lot happier. Your heart chakra cleanse. And so trust your first mind. I know a lot of people have heard that before, but something is not as deep as somebody thinks. And so what's interesting about dealing with other energies that are overtaken by their demons, it really tends to confuse everything that's connected to you. So you don't really know who you can trust and who you can't trust, because you've been contaminated about other people's, you can be contaminated by other people's demons. You can think everybody's judging you. I can't trust this person, can't trust that person, can't trust this and that. But source is saying, somebody is going to encourage you to flush all of that out so that you can start to see, okay, so you can start putting things in its proper order. So you can start seeing what's what. But there were signs all around somebody. There were signs all around somebody. So yeah, but so now that somebody's, like I said, closed out cycles and moving on and leaving two types of energies behind, you're going to feel very, very fortunate, to have made some connections. And now, like I said, your wishes are being fulfilled and things are actually being sped up for you. But you're learning how to, like I said, it's your financial independence and adjust your crown. You're down to earth and quite more relatable to a lot of people than you realize, Aries. When you start having those conversations with people and some of the things that you may have felt like, okay, am I the only person that's going through this? You're going to start connecting with people who have gone through almost identical to what you've gone through. And people have been trying to tell you that, have been trying to tell you like what you've gone through is a lot more common in a lot more spaces, but somebody just wasn't, maybe wasn't just kind of hearing it or just didn't see it. But document your dreams day and night. Make room for a new blessing. First red flag, you want to pray and meditate. And some people want the best for you. They really, really want the best for you. But it really is time for somebody to really, really tune into their high priestess energy, because it looks like it's a whole lot more, for somebody to learn. And so source is going to help somebody, really sharpen their gifts in ways that somebody just didn't see something. As it relates to, it was two energies in particular, that may be now a part of your past that somebody could not see, that people kept trying to say, I need you to look at this. I need you to pay attention to that. Pay attention to this and pay attention to that. But now somebody's going to start seeing things like really clearly now. So, yeah, so here we go. Letting go. So everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. That's right. I can safely let go. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. Hopefully those questions are helpful to somebody. So I am safe to be my true authentic self. Yeah, I'm safe to be my true authentic self. With all the water here, all you just need to know, like I said, water is very reflective here. The majority of cards that we got here is water is reflective. And I feel like somebody was trying to, in your case right here, I feel like somebody was trying to reflect your goodness, Aries, and you couldn't see it. And people kept trying to tell you, kept saying, Aries, like, come, it was like, it's, like you could, what is the saying? I heard somebody say this one time. Something was clear as mud. It's like I heard somebody say, I've heard, if y'all familiar with the saying, like drop a comment below, but I heard somebody say that one time. It's like, it was just clear as mud. But like something was just like right there. It was like right there. Sometimes with high priestess gifts, people try to overcomplicate it, but it really is your intuition and having access to the unknown. But sometimes, sometimes you're so busy doing this and doing that and so on and so forth, you don't really have um, it's like something like, you that's fire could have been evaporating somebody's water. Like it's okay, it just wasn't making clear sense. Like somebody would have had to say, "This is what it is," like that kind of stuff. So, um, yeah, but I feel like when you source is putting you in, circles, and your community is coming together and helping you, see things, then things are going to be a lot clearer to you now that you have left some, things behind of just kind of like what people, how people try to, do things. And you're going to feel very fortunate. Like I said, there's some things are behind you. I think, let's see, we got a number here. Yeah, let's get number and then maybe 2 more cards and go ahead and close it out. Number 8, I am successful. So your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. That's right. So 8 turned to the side looks like an infinity symbol. Like I said, Source is breaking karmic ties and connecting you with sacred unions. And that's what's happening now. And so I feel like somebody's assignment moving forward is that you won't allow things to confuse you to a point of seeing what's clearly in front of you, like clear water right in front of you, like evaporating your water, like turning up the heat where it's so boiling hot. It's just like, evaporating the water to steam. I feel like somebody will be like, from your throne, you're just kind of sort of seeing everything and just through memory, seeing things totally clear. So you said, now wait a minute, okay, now I'm starting to remember this, I'm starting to remember that, and I can see everything clearly now. Now things are starting to make sense. Things are really, really starting to make sense. So that there are no assumptions about anything. There are no assumptions about anything. Let's see. I think. Oh, let's get a Moonology card, and that's it. Moonology, and let's close it out. What do you need to release? That's right. What do you need to release? Yeah. So it looks like snow here too. Yeah. So snow is a form of water too. So then we got more water here. We got ice here. We got ice here. Snow. Like, again, just like feeling iced out, or like people are leaving you out of something, or icy or cold emotions towards something. When Source is trying to show you, like really, really trying to get you to warm back up to your High Priestess gifts. Trying to help you to warm back up to your High Priestess gifts. And really trying to help you to master spirit matters and also self-healing, right? That's what I have for you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.